Hello everyone, my name is Desala. I'm a fashion designer and you are welcome to my channel. So today I'm talking about how to start a ready-to-wear clothing line or a ready-to-wear business in Nigeria. So my reason for starting this topic today or talking about this topic today is because when I first started my fashion business, I didn't really have anyone to give me pointers or anyone to mentor me or anything like that. I just did it on my own and yes, here I am today, 9 years later. And things are a bit better nowadays. You can find people online, you can find mentors online who can help you, give you pointers on how to start your business, really. And I am one of them. The first thing to note when you want to start your fashion business is to ask yourself, what is your why? Why do I want to start a ready to wear clothing line? What is the reason behind me wanting to start a ready to wear clothing line? Is it because everybody says there's money in fashion, you can make money in fashion, ready to wear is the best way to go, blah, 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 blah? No, forget all that. Why do you want to start? When I started my business, my reason and even though my why continues to change as the years go by, but my main why was because when I was working in the corporate world, we were allowed to dress down basically, and we could wear Ankara clothing, and I liked Ankara clothing because it was new to me. I didn't live here growing up basically. So it was really new to me and I really liked it. I like the colors. I'm a very colorful person. I like the colors. I like everything about it. So on Fridays, I would want to dress down and wear my African prints. We used to have tailors that would come to the office and take our measurements and then make our clothes and bring them back to the office for us for fittings because we really didn't have any time to do anything really. And for one outfit, the tailor can come back like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before it could fit. And I was really, really skinny. So I didn't really know what the big deal was, really. I wanted to make African inspired pieces that people could wear to work on a Friday or anywhere, to church, anywhere really. And that was the reason why I started. It mustn't be money motivated. If your sole aim of starting this business is because of the money, man, what will happen the day you're not making the money? So only the day you're making the money that you're happy. The day you're not making the money, what are you gonna do? You're gonna check out. Well, I want to believe that you don't want to be one of those people. So what is your why? Your why will keep you going. Your why will keep you motivated. Your why will keep you pumped up, basically. Then secondly, you're going to register your business. You have to register your business so that you can take your business seriously and other people can take your business seriously. Because the thing is that when you start something, you can't predict the future. You don't know how things are going to go. And if you get an opportunity for your business to actually skyrocket out of proportion and your business is not registered, that's another opportunity out of the window. That's number one. Number two, sometimes for example, if you decide to get a brick and mortar or something like that, some landlords actually require that your business is registered. They don't just want to put any business that's not registered. Sometimes you want to do some other things as well for your business. For example, if you want to go for trade shows, like some years ago, I was involved in GT Bank Fashion Weekend. And one of the things that they asked me was, is my business registered? So yes, you need to register your business if you want your business to grow, your ready-to-wear business, really. Another thing you're going to consider is, what type of ready-to-wear business do I want to run? There are different types of ready-to-wear businesses, and that's something I'm going to discuss in another video. So yes, you decide what kind of ready-to-wear business. Is it English wear? Is it native wear? Is it for children? Is it for women? Is it for men? Is it unisex? And then when you decide, okay, this is the type of ready-to-wear business I want to run, you need to consider, what kind of fabric do I want to use? Is it the local Ankara fabric? Is it foreign fabric? Is it cotton? Is it polyester? Is it lycra? Is it linen? Is it chiffon? Is it, you name it? The ball into your court. You decide. You are the one that knows the kind of styles you want to make. So you're the one that knows the kind of style, the kind of fabric that will go along with the fantastic styles that you have in your head or in your mind. So you think about that. Then you begin to ask yourself, how much does this fabric cost? you need to go and do your research and find out how much your fabric is going to cost you. How much is it in yards? How much is it if you buy plenty? You need to find all that out, because all that will help you in your pricing. Then again, you need to know who your ideal customer is. That's your target market or your target audience. Now, this kind of clothes that you want to make with this kind of fabric that you are using to make them, what kind of people do you want to appeal to? Do you want to appeal to older people? Do you want to appeal to younger people? Or do you want to appeal to in between, really? And you need to consider that these clothes I'm making, you may not have the exact price in your head, but you would have by now, after you have figured out what kind of fabric you want to use, the kind of clothes or styles that you want to make. By now you should have a rough estimate in your mind what your price point will be. Now you ask yourself, this is my target audience. These styles I'm making, if I charge them XYZ, can they afford it? Can they afford it? Yes? No? And if they can, then let's go along. If they can't, then you have to go back to the drawing board and start to think again. What can I do? This is the target market I want to appeal to. So what do I need to do to appeal to this target market? Because there's no point in you making clothes for younger people and you're putting a price point that is so high, and you being a new business, you don't want to price your things so high, and the people that you're targeting can't really afford it. They'll just say to you, oh, they're very nice, they're really good, oh, well done, and they'll keep on stepping. How do you bring them in? I also have to know that whatever price point you put on your garments, it has to be able to run the business. You don't want to price your garments in a way that it can't run the business, and you're pricing it very low because you want people to come and buy from you. Because what happens is that when they buy from you, because your prices are very low, it's very competitive and it's very low, they will buy. But when you realize that the money is not favoring your business and you want to increase the prices, some of them may not be willing to buy at a higher price, and you will lose customers like that. And for a new business, you don't want to lose too many customers because of price. Because sometimes when you have been in the business for a while and you want to increase your prices, you don't really care because you have a customer base. They know you. They know your work. They're familiar with your work. So if you decide to increase your price, you will lose customers as someone who has been in business for a while, and at the same time, the ones that appreciate your work and can afford it, they will remain. And at the same time, you attract new people. But for an up-and-coming business, you want to price your product right. You want to price it properly. You don't want it too high and you don't want it too low. You just want it to be okay for people that you're targeting to be able to afford it. Then another thing you will consider is that where do you intend to sell your product? Do you intend to get a brick and mortar? Do you intend to get to sell online? And if you're going to sell online, there are a lot of ways you can sell online. Okay, so I used to mentor someone, and then she wanted to start a ready-to-wear business, and then she said to me, oh, I have put some money aside and I'm going to buy X, Y, and Z fabric, and I am going to make some different styles, and I'm going to put them on my Instagram for people to come and buy. And I'm like, yeah, right. It may work like that for you, but it doesn't always work like that. As in, you can be lucky and it'll work out for you like that, but you need to still do your homework. First of all, if you now make these clothes and you put it online, and probably you're targeting your followers or you're targeting new people, you put it on or you put a sponsored ad and people should come and buy. What happens if they don't buy? So if you're going to do business online, you need to spread your tentacles as much as possible. You can't just say, I want to use only Instagram. Use Instagram, use your WhatsApp, use your Facebook. There are not a lot of commercial platforms where you can open an account and sell online if that is how you intend to go. So you need to spread your tentacles as much as possible, because now a lot of businesses are online and the competition is very fierce. So you need to put yourself out there as much as you can if that is the way you intend to go. And if you intend to get a brick and mortar, getting a brick and mortar is not cheap. So you need to know where you want to get this brick and mortar shop. You need to know what it's going to cost you. You need to know what the extra charges are going to be. When I say extra charges, which includes service charge, and your service charge will include your lighting, your cleaning, security, all those kind of things. I can't really start naming all of them now. Find all that out and ask yourself, is this something I can afford? If it is something you can afford, all well and good. If it's not something you can afford and it is in your mind and it's something that you desire, then I think you start looking towards how you can come up with the money and shop around as much as possible until you find the perfect place. When you're doing a ready-to-wear business, you can't open your shop in a secluded place, because no one will find you there. If you open it in a secluded place, please have a very good online presence that would support the business. Have a good online presence. When I started my business, the only social media was Facebook, and the Facebook was just for connecting with your friends and old schoolmates, and there was not really marketing, anything like that. So I didn't really have any social media to push my business. But the building I was in, I had a salon that had a lot of customers every single weekend. I used that salon as a marketing point, my first point of marketing for my business, and it really works for me. It really helps me. But the thing is, I want to also let you know, if you're going to get a shop, don't rely. It's good to rely on other people's customers, other people's footfall for your own customers, but don't rely solely on other people's customers. Try and build your own customer base. Try and build your own audience. Try and build your own following. Because when those people are no more, what happens? And even if you get customers through these other businesses and you are not able to hold on to them, what happens? When you build your own customer base through these people, hold on to them well. Build the relationship between you and these people. And at the same time, people will lie to you. If you are saying, this shop, they have plenty customers, a lot of people are entering, people are, hey, let me enter, let me get my shop beside them, they will bring me customers. That shop, how much are they selling their things? If they are selling it for I don't even know, one price, the people that are going there to go and do that business or to go and patronize that business, can they afford what you are selling? And at the same time, if it's that you're listening to what they are saying, as they are telling you that, we have a lot of customers, we make this million, and you say, hey, let me go to my shop, let me go beside them. And then you now get there, you now realize that they lied to you. Do your own visibility study. If you know that business is doing very well, patronize the business. Go in as a customer and spend some money. And in the time that you are there, see what it's like. Are customers coming in? Are they really spending? Then these are things that you would consider when you want to make up your mind whether to open a shop in that area or vicinity. Another thing, you need to consider how you want the clothes to be made. How do you want the clothes to be made? Do you want to have your own factory where you'll be making the clothes by yourself? Or do you want to outsource these clothes and have other people make them for you? So if you want to use them, ask them, how much quantity do you require I make? What's your minimum quantity order? And then you ask them that, do you do samples, trials, or something? Or maybe you can just even, if they tell you that, okay, their minimum quantity order is this, and it costs this. If it's something you can afford, you can tell them to give you a sample, or you can tell them if they can make like 2-3 pieces or something, and so you can just see what they do, what their finishing is like, what their work is like. Because you're ready to wear, finishing is everything. If your finishing is rubbish, you're not doing ready to wear. Finishing is everything in ready to wear. Tell them to make samples for you, and you need to find out if if the sample comes back and is very good. You need to find out if it's going to be consistent, because you don't want one order today, everything is very nice, everything is good, everything is, and then tomorrow they bring another quantity of another kind of garment, and some are looking like this, some are looking like this, some are okay. You don't want that. You want to be consistent. You want people that when anybody comes in contact with your brand, they want to fall in love with you. They want to fall in love with your work. They want to fall in love with what you do. That is what you want. That is the aim of ready to wear. But if you decide to have your own factory where you will make your own clothes by yourself, you need to consider how you're going to get your tailors, how you're going to get your industrial or domestic machines. You need to consider how you're going to get your tailoring supplies, which are threads, tape measures, needles, pins. You need to also factor in light, because one of the biggest challenges on this side of the world is electricity. And if you're going to be using industrial machines, you need electricity. Even if you're using a domestic machine, you still need electricity, because you need to iron the clothes. When you're cutting, you need to iron. When you are joining your clothes, you still need to iron step by step as the garment is being made. You need to iron, and all that needs electricity. So you need to think of, how am I going to sort out my power really to make the business run. Another thing when starting a ready-to-wear clothing line, if you are going online or if you are opening a brick and mortar, you need pictures. You need pictures of your garments. You need pictures of those amazing pieces that you have made. You need to have pictures, and if you can't model your clothes by yourself, you need to get someone who would help you do that. You need to get someone who will model your clothes for you, and you take these pictures and put them online, or put them on your e-commerce website, or put them on your Instagram, or wherever it is you're marketing online. These are the pictures are your marketing tools, literally. And if you have a brick and mortar, you still need these pictures, because your brick and mortar, you want to market your brick and mortar as well. You want to market it online. And then another thing I want to add is that when you start this business, a lot of people have the mind that, my first customer is going to be my friends, my first customer is going to be my family. It's good. And when your friends and family are your first customers, fantastic. But for some of us, our friends and family were not our first customers. Yes, if there's any family looking at me, yes, you were not my first customer. You were there for me, you supported me, yes, but you were not my first customer. So yes, my friends and family were not my first customers. So if you don't have friends and family that would be your first customers, don't be discouraged, don't be disappointed. You never know. My first customer, I don't even know who she is. And in the first couple of years of my business, even till today, my customers, I don't know who all of them are, apart from the ones that, I have met one-on-one, and I intentionally built relationships with them. Business relationships, really. I'm not talking about body relationships. I mean business relationships. Yes, that is one thing I'm going to discuss in another video as well. When you have customers, try as much as possible to keep it professional. Keep it business. We are not friends. We are doing business. If God now says, okay, fine, you and your customer now becomes very good friends. Scenarios like that happen. But most of the time, please keep it simply business. Okay? So yes, your friends and family may not necessarily be your first customers, but always have it in mind that if they are not, it's not the end of the world. Your customers are going to come. One day, they're going to come. And the last thing I want to add is believe in yourself and have faith. Be very prayerful as well. Believe in yourself, because ready to wear is not an easy journey. It's filled with a lot of ups and downs. but believe that you can do it. You can get there. If other people are doing it, if other people are getting there, do they have 10 heads? No, they only have one head like you. So believe that you can do it, believe that you can get there, and you will surely get there. So for today, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you next week.